What's up, Indianapolis? This is Terry with Collabo Creative, a local service design company here in Indianapolis, and I am here again. It's another Wednesday. We are going to be doing 3 to 5 minutes to improve your creativity and collaboration in your business and life. So, we've been talking a lot about creativity, and we love creativity. It's a great skill set to build, to exercise that muscle. And so have you ever felt like you've been stuck? Maybe you were trying to work on something and the ideas just weren't flowing and you felt so unable to move forward. Or you were just having a really hard time getting in that flow and getting things to come to you. Well, today we're going to talk about one tip that will help you improve not just your creativity, but also your ability to collaborate in teams. And this is a fundamental approach that is based off of 2 different ways that your brain functions. And so what we look at is this thing called divergent thinking and convergent thinking. And so we'll go through a little bit about both divergent and convergent, but the main thing here that we want to focus on or emphasize is that when it comes to divergent thinking and convergent thinking, in the wise words of the offspring, you got to keep them separated. So here's the reason why. Our divergent thinking is all based on quantity, coming up with so many different ideas. So if you know somebody out there who just always has an idea or is always saying, well, you know what, we should try this, we should try this, we should try this, and they have no problems coming up with ideas, they are really great at divergent thinking. It's about coming up with quantity, it's about not judging yourself, and it's about letting the wild and crazy ideas flow. That's when you know you're in that divergent side. On the flip side of that, the convergent thinking, it's all focused on that qualitative side, making sure that things are, they are realistic, they are logical, they are doable. So you might know some people that are highly critical thinkers and able to say, I don't know if that's going to work. Have you thought through this, and this? And they're really good at evaluating things. They are very strong convergent thinkers. And so the reason why we need to make sure that we keep these 2 separated is because if you put both your divergent thinking and your convergent thinking together at the same time, you're going to have some tension. One person's trying to come up with all these ideas and the other person's trying to knock them down. So I'm sure you might have been in a brainstorm before that you had people who were great at diverging, and you also probably had people who were great at converging. And you put them in the same room to do one brainstorm at the same time, that leads to bad brainstorms. So now that you know how to improve your ability to flow with ideas and get more ideas out of your brainstorms, or even just your group brainstorms or your individual brainstorms, based off of keeping these 2 things separated, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why this will help you come up with more ideas. So again, in the wise words, this time of Linus Pauling, he says, you can't have good ideas unless you have lots of ideas. So we always want to come up with the one great idea, but oftentimes that one great idea comes from having many ideas. It's not the first idea that's always the best one. It might actually be the 100 or the 1,000th or the 100,000th. Oh my goodness. So when you think about how do you come up with more of these good ideas, it's getting all of those ideas out. And I'll tell you, if you're able to keep your diverge separate from your converge, you're going to be able to move faster. You'll be able to spit out ideas without judging yourself and then save that for later. Once you have a whole list of ideas out, that's when you start to apply that judgment and switch the way your brain's thinking and apply your judgment and narrow in. That'll help you make sure that you keep those separated for yourself. And even inside of your brain, when you're just thinking, maybe you're sitting in a room and you have an idea you want to talk about, but you're already thinking to yourself, I don't want to say that. What if it sounds stupid? And that's where you've already converged on yourself. And those ideas don't flow. And if you don't let your ideas out, how's anyone going to know your amazing thought process, your amazing idea, your amazing new invention? You could be the next Steve Jobs, but we would never know because you've converged on your idea before it even came out of your mouth. On the group side, now remember I told you this isn't just a creativity tip, this is also improving collaboration. If you can make sure that your groups are on the same page with when we're using our divergent thinking versus when we're going to use our convergent thinking, you can make sure that we're all coming up with ideas together and you don't have any convergers in there trying to knock people down when it's time to come up with those ideas. As you move over to the convergent side, you can make sure that we're all on that convergent thinking side. We know that we're applying that judgment. We know that we're looking for reason and logic and looking for the good things in all of those ideas that we came up with. And everyone moves to that side together, then we all know what we're doing. And that helps you actually improve that collaboration as well as the creativity. So there's your tip for today. Thanks for watching this week's Collabo Clip. If you liked this video, we hope you give us some thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. I think you got to hit that bell. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Do you have any questions or topics you'd like us to tackle? Shoot over an email to hello@collabocreative.com.